Hi, how's it going guys? It's Tyron here, and today we're here with a game called Outer Worlds. Now I hear this game's not too long, but I hear it's also a good game, so quite eager to try it out. So, with that being said, let's kick off the show. Stick to normal for now. Subtitles on, show back subtitles, show cinematic subtitles, yeah. Oh shit. Well, I'll try and turn them on in game.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Top secret. Colony ship Hope found. Okay. Hope to be left at edge of colony. Oh, again, breached by an unidentified ship. Think you might need to get that fixed.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
I think I might have the brightness set a bit too high. Oh shit.
This one could twist a marauder's head off. Someone made a note that you're oblivious to flirtation.
Alright, so what my strength max?
Unflappable, you could have captained this very ship.
Alright, so that's also going to increase my melee.
Cool-headed, and not just because you're frozen.
Try and go with this. Oh shit.
A pugilist, how exciting. You've run into your share of lampposts. You could have been a goalie for a tossball team.
Hey, one-handed
Can
melee.
you really compete with a Spacer's Choice frozen dinner?
Not gonna mess around with too much with this. Alright, seems like we can't have any beards. Kind of disappointing. Joker? Fuck, you know. Alright, let's do it. I know we're lacking in some areas, but I like melee.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers.
I'm definitely turning down the brightness when I get the opportunity to. I think I set it way too high.
Initiate skip jump.
I think that's why we're seeing the slight tears, unless that's part of the game. I don't know.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 9%. Skip drive.
Shit.
inoperable.
Well, shit, clearly didn't go according to plan for him. Yeah, definitely set too high.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last
fuck was
of my
that?
chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Fucking hell. None of his buttons work. Chairman Rockwell raises a glass to our lost brothers and sisters. 60th anniversary of the Hope's disappearance. Right?
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Alright, it's turning into quite an interesting game so far. Oh. Well, our equipment is fucked. That looks really nice, though.
Ah, you've landed good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Alright, let's turn this down quickly. 70%, no wonder. Till the slide, you can barely see the left logo. I can barely see it there, but I'm gonna turn up a bit anyway, just so it doesn't look too dark on the stream. Hopefully it looks a little bit better.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
I'm not too sure what we're meant to be doing. Oh fuck, what was that? Alright, can't jump up there apparently. Oh, it's a gas thing, okay. I've gone ran straight past the thing I need to go to. Your awareness of an enemy's head to tell you if they are aware, suspicious, or investigating, or alerted. Alright, it's pretty much Assassin's Creed style. Oh, what the fuck?
You see now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
What the fuck happened? Yeah, I don't think that was a good idea.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange for my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns.
Yeah,
Some
that's the
hobo
idea of
grounded
them.
their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Alright.
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
I'm going.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
But melee characters, how do I... You have the 4 weapons equipped at one time by navigating to the weapon, then selecting the weapon slot at the top of the screen. On this page you can inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk, or break them down for parts. Players with the engineering skill can repair weapons on this screen as well. Okay. Ah, shit, what do I do? I got rid of the saber, where'd it go? Whew. Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain process times differently. Pressing the tactical time DDT button slowed down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TCD meter. Very slowly while moving, and attacks drain it faster. The TCD meter refreshes slowly over time. Alright. Ah, oh, fucking hell. How do I swap to my melee? There you go, why you disconnected me for all of a sudden? There we go. I have to hold Y for like a while though. What the hell? Or maybe I can't switch yet. Yeah, I can unlock your hacking and lockpicking skills. Help you get into places you're not meant to be. Okay, same shit. My hacking skills ain't really that great. Mainly a fire, but before anything else. This is why I fucking love to have my melee if it will actually let me switch between it. Doesn't seem to be doing so at the minute. I can't figure out why. Whoa! Why'd you keep disconnecting on me? Alright, the game kinda jumped forward in itself for a second then.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
Alright. Hello?
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. You out of your mind? No way. Once we've dealt with these marauders, I'm hunting that sick freak down. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son. Seriously? But those marauders will... Ugh. You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Beat the shit out of him.
Bonus.
That it?
Company ammo.
I will equip you. But so far it's still not been allowed to, and I can't figure out why. Fuck no, for some reason I can't equip melee despite being a melee fighter.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork. This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
I can't talk to them anymore.
Not just anyone is chosen to enforce landing regulations.
Yeah, I don't care.
I had to fill out 4 whole forms.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Sure.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
One a good name.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Try and stay alive this time. Fuck, you know, you ain't seen me play video games, have you?
These surveillance devices
You have gained enough experience to go open a level. Open your character ledger to advance your character. Leveling up increases your health points, giving you points to upgrade your skills. As well, it gives you access to a new perk every other level. Keep leveling and you'll be management material in no time.
allow me to monitor you constantly. Please.
Oh fucking hell. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Spending a skill point on core skills melee improves all of your specialized skills in that group of up to a maximum of 50. After 50, you can add points directly to specialized skills up to 100. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlocked bonuses occur every 20 points. Read its skills description to see what they are. Armor, consumables, and status effects are temporarily raise and lower your skills. This helps or hurts checks to skill checks, and the skill's passive bonus, but won't give or take away the skill unlocks. Okay, do not care. Yeah, I don't want to be using handguns.
Ignore
I'll
that.
come back to these for now. Like, I really don't know if my fucking game's glitched or what. But it will not let me equip this sword.
The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed. If you possess a power regulator, please insert the part into the appropriate slot, which is this one. If your equipment is in need of repair or
No, I need to leave the
modification,
ship then.
the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Alright, let's do it. I'm just gonna chuck it up to a tutorial for now. We're just gonna talk to you, but nah, you can fuck yourself. Ah, oh, piss off. Why do you keep doing this? That's sweet, got a helmet.
Whoa, hey. Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Fuck knows.
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Four workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Alright.
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. Is there a reason you asking? Alright, easy now. No need to get your hackles up. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you. Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about hope this and colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble. Trouble's in the asking. Boy don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I. Something I can do for you?
Yeah, let's just get on with this quest for now. We never say no to a bit of extra health. I got none outside the town. One's taking me inside, so let's go round for now.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling. The war, the coming apocalypse, man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldiers.
Slightly go nuts.
Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Fuck it.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans mostly, some Spacer's Chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid. They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back. Mechanicals got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
You ain't got a clue then. Alright, it's one gravestone payment done at least. Apparently this is like a common issue with the weapon. Ah shit, I ain't got many bullets left now, it's just a waste.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Oh.
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Eugene wasn't family. Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines.
What?
Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
You gotta be
Plenty
serious.
serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Okay.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Fair enough. So you have 2 more people to collect from. So apparently this main story is not too long. So I'm going to be focusing a lot on the side quests.
Yes, Mr. Top. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching, and soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one. You are? Oh, first time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway.
Alright.
I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Why not? A quest is a quest.
Haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
I need to find ammunition then.
I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Alright, got one more to collect from.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Okay.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
I'm alright.
Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. I mean that I can't possibly pay my gravesite fees. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Envoy Convoy, how you doing today?
Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some time ago, I felt
Glad you did okay.
plague. By the grace of the law, and
Welcome
through
to
my
the
own
stream.
hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of
Oh, thank you for the follow and Mixer.
My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
No, so I don't think I can go back to Solace just yet, can I? No, I need to find a solution for him. So what have you been up to today?
run into any trouble? Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room. That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
Alright, gotta dig up some dirt on him then. Need to find where I can buy some bullets as well. We are severely running low. Oh. Just the thing I needed. Yeah, you say that. We wanna... Oh, now you let me switch, do you? What the fuck? This must have been glitched the whole time then. I'm not happy now, because I'm meant to be melee using the gun. Not happening. I'm glad we got that rectified. Here we go. You have a door. I'm surprised you just let me walk in like that. Receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for all it is. Destruction of Spencer Court's property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay for his body price. This is going to ruin it. So I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet. Use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a signal. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Fair enough. I don't really see anything we can dig up with him though, unless that is the thing we can use. Other than that, everything's pretty much explored.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
I don't know, are you?
You may think that, but the tidiness of my fellow worker is my responsibility. Alive or otherwise. Whether you're showing up to work or going to that great cannery in the sky, it's my job to make you look like a million bits.
Oh, nice.
You know about Eugene? How?
Because I just walked into your room and you let me do it.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Not gonna use them.
Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU. Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life.
Oh shit.
We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Sounds weird. Apparently it's got good humor in it though, from what I've heard about the game. What do I need to hack this? Okay, let's sort out what I need. Well, I've got plus 20. Engineering, science, leadership. Melee power attacks. By holding the attack button, you charge an overhead power attack that inflicts significant extra damage. Okay.
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients. Yeah? What about him? Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders.
This was just meant to be a fucking collect debts and that was it. Now I gotta do all this shit. I'll keep an eye out for him, I guess. This is getting a bit too absurd for me. Let's change subjects now.
Let me know if you find anything. Yeah?
No, apparently I still gotta talk to him.
Something I can do for you? Yeah? You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, braving the wilds.
So it seems like I'm meant to do this myself then. Lifetime net value 5,123 bits, or 22 bits. Alright, so if I run into a group of marauders, I need to keep my eye out for him. I don't need two of the same weapon. Since we can't do that for now. Well, return to Solace. New one from me.
Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna
Okay, I didn't actually hand it in. I got a robot one here. Sending me outside the city, that's good. Get to explore the planet a little bit. Quite eager to test out my melee skills now that I can actually use them. Alright, I'll go send this guy. That's quite easy. Need to get better armor and health though, because we're still taking quite a bit of damage for a melee character.
Bring us honor, soldier. You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years. Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter. On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Fair enough. Let's go and get his secret stash. I think we need to go on the inside. Yeah.
You read the latest report?
All my partners said we're taking our quotas.
And I'll pick it up. Oh, it's behind. Don't really see how this is classed as a secret weapon, but I'm sure he's going to tell us. I got some skills we can use. Is that coming from the helmet? The medical. Sweet armor. Ah, there you go. The medical's gone now. Guess more leadership. New dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically whatever that word is. Fair enough. You can now command your companions to use their special skills on the enemy you are targeting. Sweet. Ah shit, broke a kneecap.
bring us honor, soldier. Feast your eyes, soldier. This here's a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig. Fun. This ain't some quarterly performance review, soldier. Ours is a grave and sacred duty. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson. You got pluck, kid. But no, can't risk having you go native. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module. If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Alright, let's do it. I believe that guy's the person we need to speak to anyway, isn't it? Yeah, okay, I've got to talk to him about two things. Let's do that one first. That way then I can pretty much do two things at once. Alright, so that's our block. I doubt I can block bullets though. I don't think. I don't know how good the mechanics are in this game. We'll find out. I cannot. Melee is quite hard. Where the other guy go? Does it feel like my attacks are doing stuff at times when they should be?
What's that noise?
Where'd you come from? Not sure if I'm actually gonna like melee in this game, to be fair. What's that? They're hacking skills. No, they get him a lot picking to level 30. But sure they can just find a key as well though, can't they? I'm pretty confident some guy here would have a key on him. Hello. Holy shit, that's hard to aim. I'm completely convinced there should be a key somewhere for this. If not, I'm assuming we're just gonna have to go through the main story and come back a little bit later. A necklace. Pick up any new armor. Tech skills, stealth skills. The one-handed melee plus 5, that's cool. Ah, shit. Surely this should help with my lockpicking, right? It does, that brings it up to 20. See if that's enough. It is, sweet. Did pick up the item, didn't I? Doubting it now. Yeah, send me to go over that way. That's cool.
You hiding?
Oh, fuck, hello. Oh, there's more of them. Pop out. Come on. Oh, I can put the gun away, that's cool. Don't know why I would want to, though. Unless you do get attacked in this game if you do keep it out. Alright, take this out. And let's get into quips. 73, 73, that can go in the junk. Trespassing, lockpicking, hacking, and murder are considered illegal activities and are frowned upon by society. Yeah, that's kind of obvious. Avoid being seen if you want to engage in these activities without consequences. I reached the town.
Hey, you hear about Wilson? I've been feeling pretty low these days.
Hey, I need to talk to you.
Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile. Oh, wait. It's just you. Nearest killed me with fright. At least I know I ain't hallucinating. You need something? Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting. Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got.
Nah. None of them are worth it. Right, all we can do now is the main one, so let's go on with that one. We need to get permission from that guy.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Do it.
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's do it. You've gained a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying captivity. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with an inspiration skill. Okay.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's
We are.
office.
We're literally in the elevator. We're gone.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Sure, it all comes together seamless in his own head. And I reckon he means well, for all that. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing.
Fair enough. Go to the option and then why not? There's no reason not to.
Sure. No problem. I'll head over.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's order.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Alright, I tend to.
If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book. What? You seem the perfect type to go blindly into the wild on a suicidal quest. I'm looking for a journal, a handwritten book, with the name M. Bokonu on the cover. I'll pay you to find it. Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
No worries. Is there a shop or anything like that? So I can actually sell some trash.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
Oh, there we go. General store.
I'm not allowed in.
See that you do. I got a business to run. Edgewater ain't gonna provision itself, you know.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Music to my ears.
Sell or junk? That's all I really want to do for now.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Before I leave, I might have to talk to that guy again, ain't I? 2015, 2015, 2015. All this can be put away. No, I don't need to talk to him anymore. I pretty much got the permission that I need.
I'm going. Be right there.
I need to make my way this way for this mission. I ain't got many ammo in this gun.
I used to skip rocks in the river till Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming. I think she was jealous. She don't know how to skip rocks her own self. Here they come!
Holy shit. Primal's got a lot of health on him.
Sure. Coming back.
Ow.
Oh, clever.
fuck did you get in? I got a shot cannon.
Mr. Thompson said to talk with Miss McDevitt before doing anything here? Yeah, huh? You mean about the mission being too clean?
I don't care about either of them responses.
Here
Here they
they
come! Everyone all right? Down they go!
Oh, we have a door unlocked. As about your copy of Young Spectre's Guide to Mechanical Engineering Radios been sputtering and it needed reference. I've sent a copy to the repair bay. Chaos everywhere, mechanical has gone haywire. Gun firing, hearing some screams, oh lord, I think that was someone's leg. Would like to leave early for today, please deduct fee for my pay, thank you. Proud to be a member, blah blah blah, okay, nothing about a password. Oh, apparently you already had the password.
System.
Here they come!
I need more hacking. This champion ledger shows everything you need to know about your companions. You can see their skills, stats, status, blah blah blah. Okay. I need 2 more points. So close to leveling up as well. I have to come back when they gain a few levels. Any more enemies I can gain levels from? I don't think so, not any around here. Alright, I'll come back a little bit later.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Alright, so apparently I've got better reload speed with guns. It is ideal to use them. Alright, but so I can head back and get this thing now.
Sure thing. I'm on my way. Here they come.
Oh, hello. Makes the best gift for your friends and family. Yeah, I'm kind of busy at the minute game. The harder they fall. We need this up. This keeps screwing me over with missions. Ah, come on.
Dang, that's impressive.
Oh, I didn't know this whole part of the building was here.
Unexpected. Beginning
Here they
security.
Kinda hoping that meant it takes 0. I still need to find 3 more of them. Alright, so I'm not going to get through that door anytime soon. Gonna find 3 more of them lockpicking things. And from the looks of things, there's no more in this area. I know what breaking stuff down does. Oh sweet, I found a book for him. gonna break everything down for now. I could probably use materials more than the actual money for now.
You're not real. You're not real.
I think someone else is in here. Stumbled upon another room by mistake.
You're not real. You're not real.
Well, I am real. Need to figure out where the voice is coming from.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Systems.
Incoming!
Performing.
Get ready.
Where do you have a bot go?
Search concluded. No dissidents found. System up.
I wish I could do that.
This is where we can actually upgrade and fix our items. Hey, please give me more of these hacking materials. I need them.
Investigate.
Here they come!
Where? Here they are.
We're pretty good at this.
Now I have a shortcut. Yeah, still need 2 more. There's a man called Higgins somewhere. I heard him speaking.
Watch out!
Ah, we can get lower.
Away, Phantom!
There's Higgins. I see the bastard.
No, 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 just leave me alone! You're not real! You're not real! Get away from me, Phantom! Shoot! Scram! Most people? But I'm the only one left. No. Remember your first rule, Higgins. No arguing with the Phantoms. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
That's cool.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. Ironic deaths are the worst. You made your point. I'll help you. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module.
Oh, so I was supposed to be here then. Okay, that's why. They're doing some side quests before the main bit can actually harm you. I'm gonna cut my losses for now and come back when I do find them hacking things. Before we continue, though, guys, gonna be ending this stream here because looking at the time, it's now 2 AM. I'm gonna give myself 4 hours sleep before work, which is not ideal. But I have fun playing this game. I'm gonna be definitely be playing more of it. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. Look, thank you guys for showing up, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.